Shippensburg University men's soccer team enters 2016 as a young squad. You could look at the roster and probably count the number of upperclassmen on one hand, but that doesn't mean this isn't a squad that's full of talent and is poised to make an impact in 2016. Footy is back. Let's take a look at how the Raiders are shaping up for 2016.
They're coming together rather well. I mean, it's always difficult when you have groups coming from completely different backgrounds and trying to get them to gel and trying to get them to be all on the same page. But there's definitely a huge sense of family with this group, despite any differences with regards to their backgrounds. So, it makes things very, very interesting because they don't all think the same way. But, the big thing with that is when you have different trains of thought, it results in different compromises, and sometimes that's usually the best. And in this case, I think that's what's happening here now.
I think that's what really brings us together with such a young crew. And as you said, the sea of freshmen and sophomores, it's a challenge, but I think with step by step, we're gonna overcome those challenges. I think even though we have only 6, 7 upperclassmen, I think just the whole family aspect of it is really bringing a big part of it, and we're able to get along.
Yeah, the spring season always for us is all about building for whatever we're going to try and do in the fall. Every year it's the same. This year we were fortunate that we had a lot of guys in the spring. Spring rosters have a tendency with graduation sometimes to be a little bit on the thinner side. Fortunately, this past spring that wasn't the case because of the fact that the team was young. Obviously, this year's team is even younger, but springs are always valuable because it allows us to set a tone, mentally speaking. It also allows us to work on things that hopefully we can transition into the fall and makes us a better team. Guys who didn't get much in the way of time have the opportunity to get a lot of time and add to their experience level, and hopefully they're more prepared come in the fall.
Yeah, I think it was great that we all came in shape, and I think having the freshmen themselves come in shape is a huge commitment. They show that they're prideful of the SU of Shippensburg, and they want to come and play their hardest. And I think them coming in and showing they're committed not only made us feel better, but also challenged us to show that they're not going to come here and just be freshmen. They're going to come here and be players. Just like anyone else, they're going to come and act like they're seniors.
Well, for us every year, we've always had standards and rules that we've always abided by, but this was the first group to actually establish a true set of values that they want to, live and breathe and die by. And for them, their top 3 values was the fact that family was massive for them, pride in the actual program itself, and pride in what they're putting into it, as well as, having a specific type of mentality, that they felt fit the program.
Pride's our number one, and that's pretty much how we look at it, like our pride to come in and work our hardest. Like you were saying earlier with our fitness, like that started day one of summer. Like we came right out, we got in great shape, and that helped us now in the first week, 2 weeks of preseason. We didn't have to work as much on fitness. We could focus more on what we actually need to do to win games and to be successful.
The upperclassmen that are on the team felt that, previous teams had that. They just never ever really put it down on paper and never really established it. And so that was very good. And the new guys were great because, coming from other teams, other programs, transferring in, they had experienced it at other places, and they said, this is something that's going to work really well for us. So, for us moving forwards, it's really about those core values and making sure those are the peak.
I think it's very simple. Every day, day in and day out, we're coming in and we're working our hardest. As soon as we step through those gates, our guards are on, our cleats are strapped up, and we're ready to warm up and go right at it. Before, we've had years where we come in and just shoot the crap, but this year we're really trying to work on that mentality of going right at it, and so during the games we'll also be able to do that. Starting in the first 15 until the last 15, we're going to be going as hard as we possibly can.
But I think it's kind of the excitement and the fact that we're back on campus, back doing things that kind of makes practice a little bit more exciting, because we know that we do in a week, 3 days, week and a half, however long it is, we get to go out, we get to show what we've been doing, and hopefully get a result. And I think, as Colten said earlier, focusing on the little things and being more focused, especially during this preseason, is going to help us be more prepared to go into games, be more confident. The group of guys we have, everyone comes into every training session knowing that if they play how they can play, if they play well, that they got a chance to start. So that really, it helps bring out the competition in the squad, and as a result, raises the whole level of the team. And the depth is great because not only is everyone coming in fit, coming in shape, but also if guys go down, which we've had issues with before in the past couple seasons, guys can step right up and fill that void. And as well as every practice, guys coming in knowing that, hey, you didn't play one game, but maybe the next couple practices you play well. That inter-squad competition really kind of raises the bar for everyone because everyone on our team can play. They all know that. So it's just a matter of showing what you can do.
But, there are definitely some positives moving forward. I mean, the work rate, the coachability of the group. They've been very eager to take on board any type of feedback whatsoever, positive, negative, constructive, you name it, across the board. Very eager to learn and continue to improve. It's clear they've got a passion to not just play, but also to a passion where it's to play and then progress. And I think that is something that's massive. I can see us as a group just growing stronger as the season increases.
Parking lot.